So then guys, we are back with Kieran and Adam on the box. Well, question for both of you really. What started you fishing?
The alarm went off and I got up in the morning. No, shall I go first?
You can go first.
Even on landing a fish. Okay, so for me, it was with my dad actually. You know, my dad was a really good river angler. He was good on clubs, on canals, and he was kind of, you know, just into the kind of club match scene, which was, you know, a long time before it was still wicker baskets and stuff like that. You know, none of this commercial and the stuff that we're using now. And he really got me into fishing, and I was kind of brought up on canals, gudgeon fishing on canals and perch and rough. And
so you done your apprenticeship basically?
Yeah, and then I graduated to rivers and a bit of running water and chub and barbel and some bigger perch and pike in the winter. And then for me really it was onto syndicates, and I did dabble in the specimen world for a while. And then I kind of stopped fishing and had a military career. I didn't do anything, you know, in that time. And then come back to it once I'd got a family really, and then I went again from pleasure angler to club matches, and then breaking into sort of the open circuit. And in a nutshell, that's kind of fishing in me really. It was all down to my dad, and it's kind of nice to replicate that now with my kids, and obviously with what we're doing at Burt Baits and bringing on other anglers and bringing in youth and stuff like that. So yeah, it's simple as that for me really.
It's an important start, isn't it? If you start off with a roach and a rod, like I said, I touched on it being an apprenticeship, it almost is, isn't it? You know, you're doing a bit of everything, and you put all that together, and I think that helps you become an accomplished match angler.
Yeah, definitely, and it gives you a really good context, doesn't it, into how fish feed and even commercials. You know, you can approach commercials in similar ways, but you have to change things according to what's on the bottom. You know, the difference between here and border fisheries that I fish at a lot, this is very clay and clean bottom with some gravel bits, and border fisheries is the total opposite. You know, it's all silty, and it's a different way of fishing commercial fisheries. And I think as a match angler now, I'd have struggled with that if I hadn't have done my apprenticeship, as you put it, you know, beforehand. It does change things up for me completely.
Brilliant. Best moments? I'd like to pick on that one with you actually.
Would you? Best moments? I think, you know, just like Kieran just said, I've got really good happy memories of youngster fishing, you know, and as great as match fishing is and competitive angling and everything and the way the sports come on, I don't think anything really matches those early days of some of your first catches. You know, when you catch your first roach over a pound as a youngster, for example. You know, back in the day on a river and it's freezing cold and you're trotting maggots through. So, you know, I love stuff like that, which is absolutely amazing. You know, it's just really good memories, and I try and hold on to that in all of my fishing. Now, obviously, fishing's got a little bit more serious, but I try not to lose sight of that at all. Yeah. So that's really important to me personally. I think my first match win, as well, is obviously something for me. It's always going to go down there, whether you do it at whatever level you fish at. You know, club match, a little bit with your mates if you've got, you know, a couple of quid on who's going to have the most fish on the day. That's what starts people off onto the scene that we're promoting so much of at the moment, and they're really, really special moments as well. You know, some of my first frames, my first match wins, and as people that watch my videos know, you know, I'm not a sponsored angler with a tackle company. You know, I don't spend great amounts of money on tackle or anything like that. And it's nice to be able to go out there and prove at a reasonable level that you can frame and that you can do well and you can catch fish every time that you go, both pleasure and competitively, without breaking the bank, you know. And I think that's really important as well for people coming into the sport, especially, you know, since the pandemic, and the sport has grown so much in that time. And I suppose my other special moments is getting to things like today and the features we've done this weekend, filming alongside Kieran and John. You know, my relationship with you guys, that is a massive moment for me in fishing terms, and getting to come to places like this with people like that we've got today. There's nothing better than this. You've asked me 2 questions. I've been into fish both times. You know, it's a special day today. That'll go down in my one of my first, I think, today, definitely.
And mine, to be honest with you. I love this. I love getting out on the bank with you guys. Making, you know, I've got a 4-hour drive home, and I I don't want to go.
yeah, exactly. No, it says it all, doesn't it? It says it all.
Yeah, you have had some massive results. You know, you do really, really well. You can constantly playing or winning matches. And you have depth of proof. I mean, it doesn't need to be top of the range. How many different poles? There's a question for you. How many poles
I knew this was going to happen today.
does your Daiwa pole actually consist of?
2.
Right, because I can see a tournament section,
Yeah.
I can see a G20 section.
So my pole is a G20 that has a 13-metre tournament Pro XLS section on it. The rest of it, I trust you, is a very well nurtured G20.
I'm not convinced because there's definitely some different colours coming in there.
That's just the sunlight on them, that. But again, you know, it does the job. It does the job, and like I said, I've competed really well with the gear that I've got now. And yeah, of course, every angler, you know, you want to up your gear, you want to make life a bit easier for yourself.
Yeah.
But you're not limited by it.
No.
At all. Your only limit is your own ability to read the match, to read the fish, to read the venue, you know. And I think the biggest thing is, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, and I've done that. I've been on that journey, and I still do. And I sit here with Kieran and I ask questions. And it's for other anglers not to be afraid to ask questions. A good angler is always going to be happy to help out. You know.
Anyone in the Burt Baits, under the Burt Baits banner as well. I mean, we've said it before, but I'll say it again. You know, there's certain anglers that we could have taken on board in the past, but they might be fantastic anglers, but they haven't got the right attitude for it. You know, with us, you have to have the right attitude. You have to be approachable. You know.
Yeah.
It's one thing I love about Kieran, more than anything. He's so approachable.
Yeah, and I think one thing that the general public will get with any of us in the family, the consultants, the sponsored anglers, it doesn't matter who we're talking about, you know, really. Is we're quite happy to stop fishing, and if they've got, you know, I'm fishing on a feeder at the moment, but if someone come to me today and said, oh, well, you're here, can I just ask you about, you know, pole shallow or pellet waggler or something like that, and if I've got one set up, I don't mind stopping fishing and doing a quick demo and say, right, you know, this is what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. I did it for a guy on, when I was out fishing and filming the other week, and I stopped everything I was doing to be able to give this guy basically what was about 20-minute lesson in a certain technique that he was asking about. He went and then sat 2 pegs away and smashed it up. He was bagging up all day. And you get that with any of us in the Burt Baits family, whether it be live on the bank or, you know, if you can't get to us, the social media, the YouTube, you can ask questions and comments on that, and the feedback isn't one line, is it? You're always going to get a really, you know, in-depth detail kind of help and support, and there's nobody else that does that.
That's why it's called Burt Baits family.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got to ask, you know, while you're sitting next to Kieran,
Yeah.
I know you was a little bit starstruck.
Yeah,
right?
Still am.
I've got to ask you, what was it like for the first time, right, meeting, sitting and chatting and filming with Kieran?
I think it's quite a difficult question to answer, because, and I've said this to you, we had this conversation, you know, when you took me on as a sponsored angler, and I said to you, I was emailing you about some of the baits and things like that, wasn't I? And I felt like a kid on Christmas Eve. You know, I was dead excited, and then coming today and meeting Kieran properly, and being part of all this, you know, at the venue with the people that are here, that in itself is just fantastic. That in itself is enough to make me feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. You add the fact of somebody of Kieran's calibre, and John, you know, John's on fire at the moment, you know, at the time that we're filming this, and it's just brilliant to come and sit and fish with these guys and watch what they're doing. And if you are, again, it doesn't matter your ability, if you're always going to learn things from other anglers.
I think the minute you think you've learned everything, it's the time you stop learning, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think a good one as well.
Yeah, like Kieran's just said, you never ever stop learning.
Exactly, you never stop learning. I was just about to say that, actually, is that what it does also is if you come on a day, because this is the first time I fished alongside Kieran, you know, and, you know, we're always going to catch well on here, but if I can come and sit next to some of these guys and catch fish and see them catch fish in a similar way, so me and Kieran have fished the feeder quite a lot today, it gives you confidence, regardless of your ability. It gives you confidence that you're doing things as well as you probably can do at that time. Things change that within the industry, you know, new products come out, new ideas come through from different anglers, and that's why you end up always learning, I think. And I just can't wait. Poor Kieran's going to be sick of me, bless him, and I can't wait to get on the bank and do more stuff with him, you know. And as much as I enjoy fishing today, I'm looking forward to being where you are, you know, and doing a masterclass with Kieran and him demonstrate certain techniques and things like that, for me to be able to, not just to film it, but to sit there as an angler up close and watch him do it properly. It's brilliant. I said it, you know, the guys will watch it when they look back at the videos. I sat on that box this morning for the interview with Kieran, and it was a proper pinch yourself moment, and that's just, the whole thing's just priceless. Absolutely priceless. Loved every minute of the day. It's been busy, hasn't it? But it's been a really, really good day.